The artifact in an ePortfolio is very similar to the findings of an archaeologist in a museum. In each of these cases, it is a representation of something that has happened before to provide documentation on what it is that you want people to know about you. Just like these cave drawings are artifacts of ideas and experiences captured in the past by the Neanderthals, this is exactly what we are doing with our own artifacts. Now, sometimes not all artifacts are from the past, like this Dave art from Dave the Cat. The bottom line is that our artifacts need to be representative of the work that we do, and it needs to be demonstrable so that we can actually show and share the growth and the success that we have had. When we think about the process of collecting our artifacts and making sure that they are appropriate for what we're doing, we really have three predominant steps that we need to follow. The first one is collection, the second is selection, and the third is connection. We'll look at these in a little bit more detail. Specifically, though, when you're looking at the collection should be something that has a purpose. It should be a purpose based on what you're trying to show and what you want to show. Otherwise, it's not going to be as effective. You also want to make sure that you are selecting those items that are appropriate for presentation and that you're making those connections with them. Now, these connections are all tied to how it's going to be shared. And it might be shared through a student-led conference, or it could be something that you share virtually with your parent and your teacher by inviting them to your portfolio. When we talk about collection, the big thing here is to make sure that you have a wide variety of items that you're collecting. Make sure that you have some form of way of labeling them or filing them in, especially electronically, into folders so that you have each thing grouped together, because you want to have as many examples available of your work to be able to tie to whichever objective you're trying to attach it to. When we talk about making our selections, what we're looking at there, guys, is we want to make sure that we know why we selected that particular artifact. What did we learn from that artifact? And how does that artifact show your improvements, your strengths, your challenges, and how does it show your improvement? Because that's all the things that we want to show when we're talking about the selection of our artifacts. Once we've put together our collection and we have made our selections of the artifacts, the next thing we want to do is we want to connect those artifacts to our learning and to the experiences that we've had. So for this, we're going to use a spreadsheet that will have the objectives listed, and then you will identify where each assignment fits into that objective list. This is a way for you to show that you have accomplished or been able to identify all the different places that you've learned and how those assignments are tied to those learning objectives. At the end of the day, what we really want is we really want to make sure that we have something that is a true representation of our learning and of our experiences. We want this to be something that when we show it to other people, they can say, oh, hey, look, you've done great here, you've improved there. And for you, it's a way to self-reflect and say, this is something I need to work more on, but this should be something that you're proud of. And it's something that if you will use each and every day to capture the information, you will be more successful both in high school and in college, and then further on in your life. Some professions require the use of a portfolio, so learning this now makes a lot of difference for you in the long run.